All right, and here we go. Pick this up on our way. And another one off to the right, one way off to the left. Okay, to the right. I went too far. Okay, it's over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. This way. Oops. I didn't mean to throw a Pokeball. Giant angry Steelix. Definitely not ready for that battle. I'm not nearly careful enough. With the heights. Oh, I left one right by the entrance, or maybe that's a new one. Alright, we'll get it on the way. Ah, that's not what I want to do. We'll get it on the way out. Ooh, a wisp. can't go straight this way. I've gotta go around. We haven't been in one of those time distortions in a while. But I'm on a mission. Let's stay focused. I don't want to use up all my energy. Don't suppose a grunt like you would even know, but I guess it behooves me to ask, do you know the Pokemon called Cresselia? No. Well, she's an incredibly rare Pokemon. It's no fault of your own that you don't know about it. Cresselia is said to be the very embodiment of the crescent moon. Her feathers are called lunar feathers, and legend says that if you hold one as you fall asleep, you'll be visited with wondrous dreams. Sounds nice. Well, I call her a nightmare, that pesky Cresselia. She descended upon Moonview Arena and caused my lord to hide itself away. I'm so worried about Electrode that I can't even sleep, never mind dream. I think you might be able to catch Cresselia and perhaps even claim one of those lunar feathers. Oh, do catch that pesky flying croissant. Do it for my poor Electrode, though I suppose Cresselia can't be all bad if she at least recognizes the perfection of the arena looked after with loving care by the great Melly. Okay. Oh. Oh boy. So I said, oh boy, because it was messing with my controls as I tried to walk across the field there. They kept being like inverted and de-inverted. All right. So, looks like Umbreon is going to have the advantage here. Don't want to overdo it. Good. Hang in there, Umbreon. One more. Alright, hopefully that's good enough. You did good, Umbreon. I was afraid of that. Alright, well that's bad. Glaceon's probably too weak to do much damage here, so. Uh-oh, now this is getting bad. Victory. There we go. It's so difficult when you're worried to, like, you don't want to do too much damage. You obtain the Dread Plate. Stone tablet imbued with the essence of darkness. Oh well, this is unexpected. Instead of a lunar feather, you got some kind of a plate. I do feel power emanating from it, though. In any case, if Cresselia did not gift us with any of her feathers, then I suppose she thought we had no need for them. Not bad at all, Grunt, though I suppose anyone with enough luck to best the Great Melee should be able to handle at least that much. Thinking about it, a halfway competent person like you might actually make a decent sparring partner to help my lord and I grow stronger still. Go back to the settlement and tell the others about the feathers that we didn't get. Okay, and we're gonna head out. Climb up really high here, and don't want to enter that time distortion with my Pokemon all fainted, especially. Could that be it? I was worried I was going to be bamboozled by honey again. That's it. Go ahead and save. It's been a while. Lost and found. Turn in all these satchels I found. Look at this. I was going to sit here clicking the button for a while. Back to the village. Yeah, let's do a little bit of shopping for some revives. Oh, I should have come over here, because this guy's got the good stuff. Oh, never mind. He's got nothing good. Here we are. This is what I wanted. Nope, this isn't what I wanted. Alright, well, off we go. We were just here, so I think that there probably won't be excuse me, a lot to do. We can probably just head straight for the temple. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. We've got 4 lost satchels. Though really, you know, I think I'm just going to head to the temple this time. I just turned in a whole ton of satchels. Didn't really get a whole lot for it. Making sure we're all healed up. We got 2 plates left to get. It's kind of silly, though, because I feel like I came all the way here, and the only reason I couldn't activate this was because I didn't have the quest turned on properly. Well, no, that's not true. I take it back. I did turn on the quest and still couldn't do it. So maybe there's something I'm misunderstanding. Stone plate, iron plate, and icicle plate you're carrying reacted to the door. Okay, so I just didn't have the correct plates. I needed one more. A lot of Pokemon in here, but nobody that I want to interact with at the moment. What in time is that thing? It's colossal. It sure seems to be a Pokemon, but let's see what my clairvoyance has to say. Yup, definitely a Pokemon. My clairvoyance showed me a vision of it in motion. Just straight into battle? Regigigas? Come on, capture. Victory. Alright, that was an easy one. You obtained the blank plate. Stone tablet imbued with the essence of normalcy. That's so silly. Well, that was one solid Pokemon, like a giant born of the very earth. I guess this is just part of your job with the Survey Corps, huh? What kind of Pokemon is the one you just caught, Frown? I can't wait to see in the Pokédex when it's done. And I'm pretty curious to read everything Mr. Professor writes up, too. See, Frown, we should do another chase sometime. Alright. One plate left. We gotta go battle Commander Commando again. He demolished me last time. Sure takes a while to walk from place to place sometimes. It's a big world. Alright, heal me up. We need to do a swap. Glaceon is just not nearly as strong enough for what we gotta do next. Alright, back to the village. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Do you have anything good I can buy? Nothing I'm interested in right now. She has a quest? Alright, I'm pretty scared. Pretty scared of this rematch. The battle went so poorly the first time. Face me in battle. You bet. Fingers crossed, everybody. No. Oh, hi. Now, he got to switch his Pokemon and still attack, and I didn't. I don't understand why not. Tremendously unfair. The rules of battle make no sense. No. What an unfortunate turn of events. This Clefable was my biggest problem last time. Okay, that went well. Twice in a row. I don't know who, if anyone, is good to use against Clefable. Okay, that was decent. We get real lucky. Victory! Oh, what tremendous luck. And that's all it was luck. Even frightful creatures like Pokemon can become powerful allies. That was a lot of experience all dumped on one Jolteon. You've grown even stronger since we faced one another on Mount Coronet. It's clear you do not view Pokemon as dangerous enemies, but rather as trustworthy allies, allies with whom you can reach great heights. Perhaps you are a divine being yourself sent to bring us gifts from above. Here, you should have this. The Fist Plate. Stone tablet imbued with the essence of fighting. When the very first of our Galaxy Expedition team, myself, Benny, and the others set foot on Prelude Beach, we found that plate. It clearly held some kind of power, and so I've kept it safe all this time. I find it fitting that it should now end up with you, who likewise arrived here on the same beach. Perhaps something is guiding us. Indeed, it must be so. You and I, Adam and Irida, it appear we're all being guided by the one called Almighty Sinnoh. It might be more appropriate to call this region the Sinnoh region. I know I have no right to say this, but we are truly fortunate to have been able to count you among the Survey Corps ranks. If you had not joined us, we would have fallen on Mount Coronet. We would have lost our home. We would have lost our future. Now then, carry on with your survey work. The knowledge that you collect about the wild Pokemon of this region will serve to illuminate our path forward as we walk into the future. Alright, that's all the plates. Gather the plates. And we're out of here. Alright, we're all healed up too. Thank goodness. Mass outbreaks, huh? No time for that. Here you are again. Have you collected all the plates? Of course, Frown is a famed member of the Survey Corps, after all. So what more can you tell us? We're so close now. You must know more about the plates. If there's yet more you want to know, kindly bring me wood. 3 logs will do. Wood. So you're saying wood is somehow tied to the plates? Well, I suppose that's what we get to learn next. Hop to it, Frown. While it shames me to admit it, merchant that I am, I'm quite out of wood in my stores just now. This is not good. That it would make me do this. That was so pointless. Have you got the 3 logs I requested? Yes. Oh, yes, this certainly ought to do. Now the moment comes at last, the big reveal. What, pray tell, is the secret behind this wood? Secret, your expectations need tempering. I fear this wood is merely for fashioning myself new cutting boards. Cutting boards, you mean for cooking? The plates we're after aren't dinner plates, so this is hardly the time for cooking. How you complain for one shirking his own work this very moment. Poor Ginter of the Ginkgo Guild must have his hands full with you. But honest work earns honest pay. Here you are, Frown, a reward for the wood you've brought me. A pixie plate. What? Stone tablet imbued with the essence of fairies. That's one of the plates you're looking for. Apologies, it's indeed one of the plates that we've been searching for. What do you mean a plate? Let me see that again. This does look rather like one of the plates you've been tracking down. While the engravings upon it made it less than accommodating as a cutting board, whatever ingredients crossed it certainly gained a more pleasant flavor. Perhaps that was the board's power, the plate's power, rather. Well, no more needs saying. What do you two intend to do now? We managed to collect quite a lot of plates by now, but I still don't know what we're to do with them exactly. It's just a hunch, but perhaps we should have a look around the Celestica ruins. Those ruins contain statues of both Diagla and Palkia. They might hold more secrets. Let's see, a fine pretext to continue shirking your mercantile duties to crawl about in old ruins as you so enjoy. On with you, then. I don't need you to tell me. I'm going. The Celestica ruins, Frown. I'll see you there. Go on now to the Celestica ruins. I'm curious myself what you'll find there. What can we, who live now, learn from the remains of our ancient myths and legends? I can't be the only one who is irritated by so much busy work. I like having things to do in the game, don't get me wrong, but I like having meaningful things to do. Not go outside to get some wood. It's just like they're trying to artificially pad the game's runtime like 15 seconds at a time. And I don't know why they feel the need to do that. There's plenty of stuff to do in this game. Have a look at this frown. It's a broken statue, all right. This statue has been kept here far from the statues of Diagla and Palkia, broken and shattered, and yet it remains. Do you know what it is? I think so. course you would. You're the greatest wielder of Pokemon this land knows, the one who could bring low even Dialga and Palkia. This crumbling statue once was the figure of a Pokemon, one that was equal to both Dialga and Palkia, yet banished from our world. The great Pokemon, Giratina. I didn't know that. It was banished for its violence, left to dwell in a world on the reverse side of our own. It is a being that has lain in wait for the chance to bare its fangs in defiance and tear down Arceus itself. Now tell me, if this Giratina desires more than anything else to challenge Almighty Arceus, where do you think it might appear? Temple of Sinnoh? Exactly, where one is closer to the heavens than any other place in Hisui, and where the space-time rift first opened. Ha 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 ha. I can feel it. We're getting closer to uncovering the secrets of this world. I dare say the excitement is loosening my lips more than it should. But, you see, ever since I was young, whenever I met with something painful or heartbreaking, I couldn't help but wonder why life was so unfair, why I was cursed to live through such things. Of course, I imagine we all go through something like that. Eventually, I chose to direct all my energy into my own natural curiosity and ambition. And what tickled my curiosity more strongly than anything were the mysteries to be found in legends, in history, and ruins. You see, I fancy that by unraveling these mysteries, I could find out how the world itself came to be, and with that knowledge, maybe even forge a new, better world. Now, if we can find the realm that exists on the reverse side of our world and meet the Creator's unwanted child banished therein, perhaps then we'll be able to understand the nature of Almighty Sinnoh itself. Don't you want to see it with your own eyes? We must make for the Temple of Sinnoh at Mount Coronet's peak. Dialga and Palkia both appeared from within the rift that once gaped open there, didn't they? If these plates can call anything at all, it seems likely that is where it would appear. Excuse me. Oh, that's a tree. I saw that tree and I thought it was like the leaves were like the mane of some big bushy Pokemon. I was about to say, what is that? But it was just a tree. uh Excuse me. I don't have the confidence that my team is capable of winning a more difficult battle than the one we just had. Temple lies in ruins now, columns cracked and broken, like pillars now turned into spears, stabbing into the heavens. Well, I detect a distinct lack of Giratina. Is something bothering you? I do beg your pardon. I suppose I must seem to be behaving strangely. I dare say you deserve to know what I'm really after by now. Ever since I became convinced that Arceus really does exist, there has been one question that consumed my thoughts. How can I meet such a being myself? And it was in an attempt to answer that question that I originally sought out Giratina and had it tear open that rift in space and time. After all, Giratina wished to stand against Arceus, but that didn't do the trick. So then I had you gather the fragments of the all-encompassing deity just as the murals of the ruins directed. 18 plates said to be the fragments of the all-encompassing deity. You hold in your hand 17 of them, so you must be wondering, where is the last one? Why, it's right here. Now hand over the plates you gathered. I will be the one to bring them all together. My desire to meet Arceus cannot be contained any longer. I need to know what it is. I must know what it is. If I can meet Arceus myself, then I may also be able to subjugate its power, and using that I will attempt to create a new, better world. Of course, if I create a brand new world, then this Hisui region that we currently exist in will be undone and return to nothing. You, everyone you know, and all the Pokemon living here will vanish in an instant, as if you'd never been. If you want to keep this world from disappearing, then face me in battle. Not that you have a choice, even if you don't wish to battle me. I'm not above using force to take those plates from you. Of course, he's a villain. I can't say I'm particularly surprised. Oh, he's got a full team of Pokemon. Oh yeah, I'm doomed. I just know he's just going to use a rock move and immediately destroy Oshawott. I don't know what this Pokemon is. Earth Power. So long, Flareon. This looks like a shark. It's a shark with earth powers. Oh, thank goodness he used that twice. I sure wish I had some max revives. Oh no, I thought that would be strong. This is very unfortunate. Okay, that's good. Ooh, I get to go again? Nice. Oh, come on, switch and let me go. No! That's some terrible luck. Why does he get to go so many times? What? Oh, please don't be asleep. I just lost. Oh, that's horrible. I don't like that at all. It was only bad luck that made us lose. One missed attack and the game... What? Why is Oshawott up front? That wasn't what we had before. I gotta run away from this battle. I can't run away. Well, we're gonna lose this time because we got the wrong one up top. I don't understand why he gets to go twice in a row sometimes. When I'm not using the strong style moves. This game is so cruel. Using a strong one this time. Come on, finish him off. Victory! Yep. Interesting. Well, my Flareon is fainted. I don't know if this will be any good or not. Okay, well, this type doesn't make any sense, but with the health down as low as it is, maybe it'll still do enough damage. Victory. I'm doing horrible. No. Ah. Rough. Very rough. Well, let's try... Oh no, I revived the wrong one. I'm in so much trouble. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. So let's try it again with our team stack just a little differently. We came really close. If I had a couple max survives, I could probably make it happen. I might be able to craft one, actually. I don't know if they're craftable. Good. Bad. Not great. Super not great. This Lucario is a real problem for me. Oh, nice. Goodbye, Jolteon. Come on, don't be able to move. I'm just stuck in a bad pattern here. I'm gonna run out of revives here soon now, so we won't have to put up with this much longer. Don't miss. Victory. Oh my goodness. But wait, he has a secret 7th Pokemon. Why would you? Why do you have the Blessing of Arceus? Oh my goodness. That was a battle. Why? How? I devoted myself to Arceus beyond any other. I worshipped it as the creator of our entire world. I bent all my passion and interest to its study. All the time I've spent poring over the legends, everything that I've done. You outsider, it's almost as if you were spat out of the space-time rift just to get in my way. No, this isn't finished yet. Can't you feel it? The chill creeping through your veins, the eldritch presence icing your heart. Bishan. I'm not ready for another battle. Giratina, strike her down. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be able to do anything worthwhile. How is anyone supposed to do this? What do I use? What do I do? Just do, sure. Of course it's not very effective. Oh, this ending is unreasonable. I was right. I was joking that he had a secret 7th Pokemon. It was true all along. Oh, this is terrible. I don't think we are ever going to finish this, my friends. I don't think I am good enough. I've got to retreat. I am extraordinarily discouraged right now. Ugh. Extraordinarily discouraged. Where in the world can I get some max revives? Because it's clear that I'm going to need that if I'm going to have any if I'm even going to pretend to have a hope. I got to go find some max revives somewhere in the universe. I don't think that I'm going to have any luck with that though, since Volo doesn't sell me anything anymore. Since he's now a villain. Oh! I picked the wrong Pokemon to start with. Having attacks avoided is such a tremendous disappointment. Alright. If Choi at the general store could just get some different goods in stock, I'd have more to sell. Don't mind me. Ah. Okay. I don't know what an effort level is. Let's see. Back to the village. Three stalks of hardy grains. Mechanical circular saw. Oh, it isn't the Survey Corps recruit who quelled the Lord of the Woods. Here is Choi's errand girl, are you? Don't waste your breath. I've got nothing to sell to him and his stores anyway. Now go on, scurry, pestering me for goods when I'm already tearing my hair out trying to get hardy grains. Sheesh. Wait, you've got some hardy grains? Would you let me have some, please? Just 3 stalks? There you are. Ah, hardy grains, the Crimson Mireland's finest feature. The sway of those golden brown stalks across the landscape, it fills me with yearning for home. I'd wager if you combined hardy grains with other ingredients, it'd bring out tasty aromas and would make Pokemon gather round. Alright, I won't send you back a failure. Since you so kindly brought me these hardy grains, tell Choi I'll set him up with some new wares. Alright. I gotta keep doing some side quests so I can buy some stuff I need. Maybe. This might be pointless, but it's the best idea I have right now. Got some new goods in stock, thanks to you. Sorry I had to deal with this. Tao Hua and I had some complications before, but thanks to you, we've got excellent new items to offer. Do buy some. Oh, let's see. We probably have to do it Hello again, valued customer. You've arrived just in the nick of time. I'm afraid Taohao is refusing to do business with me again. He won't listen to a word I say. So would you try to persuade him for me again? I'm sure you get somewhere if you bring him 3 pop pods. Alright. That's what we'll do next. We'll just keep doing this little busy work here. And we'll check out what's for sale after we've done them all. Because I almost certainly have enough stuff stored away for all of the, if they're all in the same pattern, then, oh no, that's not pop pods. There you go, there's pop pods. I was thinking, you know, like bean pod. Oh, if it isn't the survey core recruit who quelled the Lady of the Ridge, what can I do for you? You're running errands for Choi again. Sending a customer to negotiate for him once was bad enough, but twice? Where's his spine? Pestering me for goods? Already tearing my hair out trying to get pop pods. Okay, so it's pretty much the same thing as before. I think we need to read the identical dialogue. Cobalt Coastland's finest feature. Often find these fine sea vegetables washed ashore. Best known as a key ingredient in scatterbangs, those lively items for scaring off Pokemon. Alright, I won't send you back to Choi a failure. Great. Got some new goods in stock, thanks to you. Oh, this caused you some bother. I do hope that he and I can thaw things out at last, but thanks to you, I've got some excellent new items on our shelves. Do buy some. Alright, what's he need this time? Need new goods again? Same business all over. Taohao refused to supply me any new goods. I suppose you must be wondering why he refuses anytime I try to deal with him directly. Let's just say he has his reasons. Please speak to Taohao for me, would you? I imagine you have better luck if you bring him some crunchy salt. It's a gesture of goodwill. 3 hunks to be safe. Easy. I've got all kinds of crunchy salt. I've got salt from all the tears that I've cried about the most recent battle. Well, if it isn't the Survey Corps recruit who quelled the Lord of the Isles, his choice sent you to do the negotiating for him again. You're looking a little perplexed, wondering why this old man gets so stubborn, overselling the shopkeeper a few things. Well, maybe I'll tell you if you bring me 3 hunks of crunchy salt first. Excuse me. You brought what I asked for already, no less than I expected of you. Wish I could persuade you to join my corps. Now then, would you let me have 3 hunks of that crunchy salt? Coronet Highlands' finest feature. If you see it in the wild, don't pass it over as if it were just another rock. This translucent mineral's great for making a potent Pokemon lure. You gotta break it up with a hammer, then get the chunks in a mortar and crunch them right up. Grind them into a powder. Mix that powder with another ingredient and pack the mix together and you'll get crunchy cake that Pokemon love to munch on. I can't send you back to Troy a failure. Oh, I forgot. You wanted to know what happened between me and Choi? Well, that whelp made off with my dearest treasure. I'll never let him live it down. Is he Choi's father-in-law? Got no goods in stock thanks to you, but you seem troubled. Is something the matter? You stole his treasure? He says I took his treasure, did he? That's one way to put it, but the story's not so simple. Please believe me for now that it's nothing you ought to worry about. Given what a fine customer you are, imagine I'll end up giving you the full story at some point. In any case, we got some excellent new items. Alright. Oh, is that it? No, it didn't even get it what I wanted. I don't care about any of this other junk. Alright, what did this guy want me to do? He wanted me to craft something. I think that's what I needed the wood for. What's this? Why? That's a Pokeshi doll if I ever saw one. Please let me have a closer look. Amazing, just look how smoothly you've carved these curves. Your attentive carving shows you've put love and care into your handiwork. And these colors, you're definitely giving it a vivid look, that's for sure. Yes, these hues must be the very shades of your inner strength and passion. Not to mention, this Pokeshi doll is perfectly balanced. At a glance, you'd think it's sure to fall over, and yet it stubbornly remains upright. Thank you. I've savored your Pokeshi doll to my heart's content. We use the same recipe, and yet your Pokeshi doll had a completely different feel than mine. Here, I'll give you a Pokeshi doll I made. Took great care in crafting it, so have a look and see how it differs from the one you made. Materials and recipes. What good is a star piece, I wonder? Here we go. Max Revive. This is the recipe I need. Look at that! It costs exactly what... almost exactly what I have. But that's the item I need. Oh. would I buy more than one of the same recipe? Seven. All right, well, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to reach my goal of finishing this game tonight. Let's see what else I have in here, though. See, I've got some stuff. Experience candies. Probably got some other stuff that can make my Pokemon stronger, too, that I... Well, I don't know. I don't know if these grit things are any good. I don't know what an effort level is. Well, let's just take a look. No harm in seeing if I can figure out what things do. There's all this stuff I can sell too that I've been hoarding the whole game. Maybe I can buy some good things. I don't know. Alright, let's see if I can apply any of these. And who needs them? Whoever's behind just gets it all. Oh. Oh. No decisions to make at this point because they're all Oh, I'm sorry. Have I missed something? Oh no. No, we're good. I misread the chat. I thought someone had said something a long time ago and I ignored them. That would have been unkind. I don't know if this is going to do any good, but... Probably something I should have done a long time ago, but... better late than never. Oh, it is increasing the HP just a little bit. hang on. There we go. All right. Who knows if any of that was the right thing to do? And let's see. One last thing that I think that I can maybe make use of here. Never mind. Oh, I can sell directly from here. Oh, that's nice. Okay. All right. Well, that seems to be pretty easy to come by. Surely I can't need more than 10 of any one thing, right? This is going to take forever, though. I don't think I'm going to go through everything in my inventory like this. Well, numbers are getting smaller here, it would seem. Wow, this stuff is expensive. Well, I'm not going to be hurting for money ever again. Said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm already, now I'm so deep. Yeah. All right. What kind of stuff do you sell? Great. Let's just buy ourselves 10 grand worth of revives. Now here's the question. Does anyone sell King's Leaves? Ho-ho! Alright, we're doing a little better now. My side. Alright, back out into the wild. We're gonna look for some of the alpha Pokemon and do some battling. And become a little bit stronger, and then we're going to go up to the mountaintop for a rematch. Let's get a little closer to the ground so we can... So you kind of see, that's not an alpha Pokemon, that's a regular Pokemon. Here we go. Here we go. I think this will lead us past that onyx. I think there was an onyx somewhere around here. Maybe I don't know the map very well. Oh, there's a Steelix. I don't know what's good against a Steelix. No effect. Okay, well, it's not that then. No experience for Jolteon. That wasn't very good. This is gonna be us each getting, all of them being crushed one by one. Kind of like the boss battle before. Oh. Might catch this guy. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, if I have the chance. That did not yield as much experience as I might have hoped. One of those time distortions would probably be a good place to grind for some experience too. Maybe we'll get lucky and one of those will open. Nice. Oh, fighting them gets me that grit stuff, too. I missed. Oh, nice. Good to see a Bronzor because he's just the kind of guy that I can wipe out easily. Just want to make sure I'm gathering our crafting supplies in case the battle goes bad and I have to craft a whole new set of stuff. I don't want to be empty-handed. Oops. Didn't actually need to be soaring, but okay. Ooh, here we go. Let's fight. Perfect. Great. Hey, someone hit a level. So I guess we can redo the Voltorb battle? Let's see what kind of experience that gets us. My dazzling lord Electrode, I called him a Voltorb, is happily letting off some pent-up electricity at present. Let's hear it then. What are you here to do? Let's have a rematch. You must try not to get zapped. This may have been foolish, because I remember this being pretty difficult. This thing right here, the ball of electricity that follows you around everywhere, is the worst part of this. I am not going to survive. Why? Oh, why did I choose to do this? I don't want to drop all my precious items. Oh, this is gonna be a real problem for me, isn't it? Didn't know Electrode could use plant-type moves. The most damage that has happened to Electrode was what he did to himself with the recoil. Oh no. Oh. Gosh, still in one piece, are we? I did warn you not to bite up more than you could chew. No use crying about it. You can try again, but prepare yourself well. Electrode is shockingly strong, as you should know by now. Oh. Doesn't look like I lost anything, though. Well, that was terrible. A rematch was something else. I had not suspected that Voltorb had gotten so much stronger since we last met. I keep calling him Voltorb, Electrode. Nice. I don't think I've ever seen that Pokemon before. I missed. Got a second chance. Got it. I have seen that Pokemon before. I had a terrible memory. Every time I see a Pokemon, I always think I'm seeing it for the first time. I'm going into this battle in an unfortunate position. Not very effective, huh? Ouch. All right, well. We made something happen, at least. No, I didn't want to fight this guy. Oh, I guess the space-time distortions don't open up anymore since we, I forgot, I didn't think about that. Since we closed the thing or whatever. Have I seen one open since then? I don't recall. Oh, we'll be back to fight you. Don't you worry. Still just don't feel anywhere near ready for this battle. Oh yeah, she wants me to find some kind of... Oh, that's not... It's a different one with a thing over his head. I thought that was for the hairdresser. Never, never, you whelp. Dear customer, I'm sorry you had to see that. I asked Tao to sell me some new goods, but he simply won't do business with me. Too late to keep him posing like this, but would you try to make him see reason? Well, to bring him a token of goodwill, some sand radishes. You know what? I think I only have 3 sand radishes. I only have 2. No. Alright, I found those in the Icelands, so I kind of wanted to go there anyway to fight more alpha Pokemon. Oh. Oops. So let's roam around and look for some sand radishes. Oh, is this one? Nope. Alpha Pokemon. Fire. Ouch. I wonder if I'm ever going to get the chance to move again. That home button is in a bad place. Trying to remember where I even saw a sand radish before. Nope. Another alpha. There we are. I actually found one. I can't believe it. I'm not even trying for any of this stuff. I do kind of wonder if I could have just bought snow radishes from the merchants. All right. Survey Corps recruit who quelled the Lord of the Hollow. Sorry to keep getting roped into errands. Sorry to keep getting roped into errands on my account. To tell you the truth, I'd be happy to just get my core products out to the shop for free, but that'd mean letting Choi off the hook, and the very idea of that sets my teeth gnashing. Are you bound for the Alabaster Iceland soon? Would you bring me back 3 sand radishes? Oh, you're back with the veggies. Well done. Gathering them in that harsh climate. Would you let me have 3 sand radishes? You bet I would. Ah, sand radishes, the alabaster Iceland's finest feature. Give these bitter roots a nice thorough pickling. It brings out a unique sweetness. Once they're pickled, they make for a lovely, crisp, and quite well-liked snack. My granddaughter makes a fine pickle. I tell you what, perhaps I'll ask her to give one of these a nice briny soak. Anyway, I'm sorry to have kept on using you as a go-between with Choi. I suppose it's time I had a proper conversation with the whelp. Now listen, I'll set you up with some new goods, but as a favor to Frown, not you. Don't think for 1 second this means I've accepted you. But Tau sir. Oh please, Grandpa, I can't believe this is still an issue for you. Yui, how long have you been? What is our little store not worthy to sell your goods? Talk about letting personal feelings get in the way of your business. If you keep this up, Grandpa, I swear I'll never speak to you again. But why, sweet Yui? You swore you'd never get married and leave your poor Gramps. I called it. Who in their right mind takes a tiny child's words so seriously? I'm so sorry my grandpa has been such a bother to you, Frown. I hope this doesn't put you off visiting our shop. Well, in any case, got some excellent new items on our shelves. Do buy some. Alright, what do you got now? They sell these now. Okay, I don't think I can use that at all anymore. Alright, back to the Coronet Highlands. We're going to drift around a little bit, see if we can find and defeat the alpha Pokemon of the region again. Then heal up and go up to the top for a rematch. Oh, I'm already at the top. Am I? No, I'm at the bottom. Good. I don't have a lot of positive expectations, though. Wasn't even expecting to spot a satchel. On the lookout for glowing red eyes. There we go. Oh, yuck. Oh, no, that's not bad. That's not a good way for the battle to begin. I just got an idea. I'm not ready for our rematch yet. I need to go back to town. I want to visit the move store one more time. Now that I have a ton of dough. I keep talking to the professor to go back to town, but I don't need to do that. I can do that over here. Nope, I can't. Oh. Alright, well, never mind. I gotta do a battle here first. I heard the news. There's to be a face-off between two masters. You know, I've heard our core secret weapon can even defeat alpha Pokémon. Everything's set. Come with me. What have I walked into? Here's our ace in the hole, Riss. Please, Captain Zissou, I'm just a common guardsman. However, so long as I stand in defense of this gate, I have no intention of letting anyone defeat me. Okay, good. He's only got 3 Pokemon. Oh, that's a good move. I wasn't expecting ice. It's so obnoxious. He gets to change his Pokemon and attack twice. I get him getting one attack after he changed, after he's forced to change, but two, unacceptable. No, this wasn't a good move. We're too similar. It's okay. We're still gonna win. All right. You broke through my defenses. I thought I could do better than that, seeing as how I'm a guardsman. This was to be expected. Setting out beyond the village and battling so many different Pokemon in the course of your Survey Corps work has made you very strong. You know, my first job as a guardsman was catching some Bidoof that seemed intent on infiltrating the village. Excuse me, sorry. Since then, I've kept many Pokemon from passing through our gates. Sometimes I'd slip up and let some in. Goodness, would people let me have it? But I also befriended some of the Pokemon, and before I knew it, we'd grown strong together. I gained so much, and all because I was trying to make sure folks could live safely here. It's my job to keep everyone safe, isn't it? Now, there's one last thing I'd like to tell you. If you're heading outside the village again, stay safe out there, kid. And now I think I'd better get back to work. Oh, cool. No one can use one right now. That was a nice gift, though. 3 of those? Okay. Now, if we can actually do what we came here for and visit the move teacher. I'd like to see if I can replace some of our weaker moves with something better. Unfortunately, I'm not really good at deciding what better moves necessarily are. I mean, what does Oshawott already know? Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and learn these. Alright, it's a lot of money on moves there. I hope it pays off. Alright, let's switch things out. Okay, like that. Oh, Sparrow, thank you for taking care of the bot. Much appreciated. Yake, welcome to the stream. We are still going with Pokemon Legends. I'm streaming so much later than I ever expected to be. Oh, the end game is so difficult. I've just been lost here. I won't be able to use each of these moves very much, but at least they're powerful. Alright, I think I've got everyone. Where I want them. Oh, I thought that'd push him over the edge. I mean, you know, of course I'd like them all to be level 100 with all maxed out stats, but I mean, I think everyone's as close now to where I want them as I can get them. All right, now back to the mountain and all of that business that I talked about a moment ago. Battle the alphas on our way up to the top, heal up, and rematch. And I'm not gonna go crazy looking for the alpha Pokemon. I'm gonna do my best, but I don't need to necessarily hunt them all down. Yeah, looking for those red eyes. Here we go. That went well. It's been a long night. It's been a long stream. Oops, I didn't mean to try to go that way. I was just confused about which way the arrow was pointing. Oh, here we go. I don't know what you are, but you're in trouble now that I'm here. Wow. This isn't going well. Wow. Certainly it's not weak to fire, right? No. I don't know how you fight something like this. Nothing I'm using against it is effective. It's crazy. was the old follower bot Frownie, and I'm actually on the phone, so I didn't hear if he asked me. No, I didn't notice it. You deleted it before I noticed. But thank you, Sparrow. I appreciate you. I've been just sort of locked into the game mentally for like the past 2 hours. I feel like I haven't even been streaming. I'm just the world's closed in around me. Well, I'm sure glad that this Volo guy doesn't have one of those Gudras. Gudra's not weak to anything. Oh, I had the same problem with this guy. I didn't think that would do much. Found something that worked right there at the very end. I wonder if they considered doing something where they give each of the traversal Pokemon their own button, because the button layout for them is, I fumble with it a whole lot, and I wonder if they each had a button uniquely assigned to them. If I'd have an easier time. Probably not. Keep doing that. Good job, Leafeon. Okay, I think there's a Alpha Luxray over here. Right? Wrong. That must have been further down. Oh. Why? Why do the seeds work like this? I have to go back to town again. I'm going crazy. I want to have my Pokemon master their moves. I can't use the seed, though. Oh, all these, like, steps of busy work. I think I've only got one seed left. Oh, I've got 3 seeds left. Never mind. Okay. I think that's it now. Did I ever talk to this person over here? Zelda has various protective charms that come in handy when you're exploring the wilds. Here to give thanks to the guardian of the shrine who watches over all in Jubilife Village. And you, child, if you're here with a prayer for the shrine, perhaps my charms can help. Tell me, what is your wish? Lose fewer items, faint less frequently, stay in good health. What do the charms do? As lost items you wish to prevent, I would suggest the tempting charm for you, my dear. Should you ever faint, it magically becomes the first item to vanish from your satchel, taking the place of the other items that would have been lost. Wish to keep yourself from fainting? The survival charm is what you need. Simply possessing this magical item makes one less likely to faint while out exploring. Good health is what you wish. The warding charm is your friend. It gives one the mysterious ability to escape the effects of status conditions inflicted by wild Pokemon's moves. Huh. Oh, well, this would have been nice to have. Oh, I can have them all. All right. Oh, my decision to have an all EV team, I think, is really hurting me. EVs seem to be very, very poor at defense. Oh. This game is something else. All right, excuse me just a moment, my friends. I'm going to step away from the computer very briefly. I'm going to grab myself a drink, and then we'll try to finish this up when I get back. It'll just be a moment. All right, and I'm back. Thank you for sticking around, my friends. Thank you for sticking around for the stream. I really appreciate that you've hung in there with me, because I know these past couple hours cannot have been especially exciting. As I've just tried my best to make myself maybe even somewhere remotely close to capable of finishing this up. Come on, there's no way I'm gonna lose this battle. This is just... This drowsiness is just tedium. It's nothing more. What was that, 3 moves in a row? 4? This is the most drowsy any Pokemon has ever been. 5! What are the odds of this? Someone crack open the game. Show me where the show me inside the game where those odds are possible. I can't believe it. I felt very over-leveled for so much of the game, and now I just feel like I'm barely scraping by. So long, Leafeon. Didn't do a whole lot. Ouch. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know if I have what it takes to fight this guy or not. That was no good. Yeah, that was okay. Finish him off. Oh, I guess I should be wearing one of those charms? I don't know. Alright, I can't think of anything else that I could possibly need to do yet that I haven't done. You know, fight this for the like 20th time I've said this, but I'm gonna fight this Electabuzz up here. Then I'm gonna heal up, and then I'm gonna go upstairs for our rematch and probably get pulverized again. I have severe doubts about my ability to defeat this in this stream, but I'm gonna try one more time. And if it doesn't happen, then we'll just have to come back to it. Hyper Beam is bad. Oh, well. Goodbye, Leafeon. It was nice knowing you. Should do it. The bird's really good for coming down from a height, not going up to a height. I really should have been using this one. Cross your fingers, my friends. We are only very slightly stronger than we were last time we were here. It has not been a significant increase. We are going to be leaning very heavily on luck. All right, so we've read all of this before, so I'm just gonna skip through it this time. Sorry if you missed it. Yep. That's how that tends to go. Switch in Oshawott, but if he uses that same move, Oshawott just gets obliterated too, so... Okay. Maybe not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Why'd you have to take him out? He could have done it. Both of my Pokemon who would have been good here are now incapacitated. Sorry, Umbreon, I'm letting you take a few hits here. Nice. Terrible recoil. Oh, I didn't need to use the strong style. I shouldn't have done that. I gave up a move. Nice. I was not expecting to come out of that so neatly. All right, see, that was the easy part. You see, I made a joke. I made a joke before about, oh, now he pulls out his secret 7th Pokemon, and that's exactly what is about to happen. Sorry to spoil it for you. But now he shows up and crushes us. We did make it through that a lot more neatly than the previous time. We actually have some Pokemon with their full health. I did not have that last time. I had no max revives. I don't know anything about this guy and how to deal with him, though, so... Let's hope for the best. Nice. Well, Umbreon is down. This is probably really gonna hurt. That hurt pretty bad. Oh, that was horrible. What a terrible move. How did you survive that, Sylveon? That was impressive. I shouldn't have gone for a move. I should have gone for a revive with that last bit of health. Especially since I know fire is useless. So Flareon's not going to have much of a hope. Oh, if we get a chance, maybe we'll catch him. Stop hurting Umbreon. Oh, we can't catch him. What? our Pokeballs were not an option. Don't make me fight another battle from here. I can't do this. How is anyone expected to accomplish this? Alright, well, we know that fire is useless. Are these normal moves any good? Nope. That was a waste of a turn. I should have used another revive. I'm running out of moves that can hurt this guy. All right, phase 3. You finally beat Giratina. It added the word finally. Oh, thank goodness. What a nightmare. Turning tail and running from this puny human. Pathetic. I was the one to feed you the power you needed so that you could take on Arceus. I was the one who gave you the chance to claw open the space-time rift, driving the deity of space and the deity of time mad so that you could drag the creator out from hiding. How could this happen, almighty Arceus? If you have any heart within you, then tell me. The blood of the ancient Sinnoh people flows in my veins, does it not? What is it, then, that you find so lacking in me? Do you mean to tell me that this world doesn't need to be remade? I can't live with such questions. I can't bear not satisfying this ache to know. Answer me then, Frown. Do you have some dream that propels you as I've had? Sure. So you do. Doubtless that dream of yours would never leave room for the dreams of one like me. I am the great wielder of Pokémon, and you battle alongside your Pokémon. In the end, I was alone, but not you. You will fight together with your Pokémon to seize whatever dreams you have. Here, take it. Take the plate that started me on this path, the plate I once received from Giratina. My journey is over. My story ended when I lost to you. You received the spooky plate. Stone tablet imbued with the essence of ghosts. Alright. I suppose now you've gathered all the plates said to exist in the land of Hisui. Oh. The Celestica flute transformed into the Azure flute. That is a very bizarre looking flute. So that's it, the Azure flute. It comes to you. So Arceus wishes to meet you. Of all people, you had to be the one. Is that why you were brought to this world? I've no desire to watch from the sidelines as Arceus comes to you, and I absolutely cannot accept a world in which you would ever manage to defeat Arceus. Someday I'll solve every riddle in the legends of Hisui's Pokemon, and on that day I'll stand before Arceus at last. No, I will conquer it. No matter how many years, how many decades, how many centuries it takes me. I'm not ready to fight another Pokemon. I'm not ready, game. The deified Pokemon. Seek out all the Pokemon there are to meet, then play your flute upon the dais. Alright, so I probably can't even do it yet. If I don't seek out all the Pokemon there are to meet, aka complete my Pokédex, then I don't think that I'll be able to do this last bit. I don't know. I'm going to go heal up before I do anything else. Then we'll come back and give it a try and see what happens. I'm glad that giant Electabuzz wasn't back. I was in no shape to deal with him. Oh, what a terrible battle. The difficulty curve of this game was just like... It was a difficulty cliff that I ran headfirst into. Alright. Oh, we better save. Alright, back up we go. The language of that suggests to me that we're going to be rejected up here. I'm going to try to play the flute, and it'll say, like, you have more Pokemon to find. Come back when your Pokédex is more full. But, might as well give it a try and remove all doubt, right? Would you like to play the Azure Flute? Yes. You decide to play the Azure Flute. Nothing happened. A message appeared on your ARC phone. Seek out all Pokemon. Alright. I think I may have gotten as far in this game as I am able to get. Because I really don't know that I'm going to put in the time to complete the Pokédex. It's a task that may be a bit too large for me. I didn't know you could jump. What? I just now learned that you can jump when you're on when you're riding the deer. You don't have to dismount to go through the like cave entrances, but when it puts you on the other side, you will have automatically been dismounted. Well, what an underwhelming kind of ending here. There's one big piece of the game left, but it's hidden behind hours of busy work. And I get it. I'm not really complaining about that. It's just, it's unfortunate for me. But I get that. I get why that's the way it is. All right. Well, let's save, and I think we're going to wrap up, my friends. It's been another super long stream. Another crushingly long stream. So I can't. I've had a good time, but I also can't wait to get some food and get some rest. This game's been really good. I don't know if I'm going to go any further in it though. To get to this final thing, to find all the Pokemon. I just don't know if that's a task that's for me to accomplish. But at any rate, I'm going to put the game down for a while. And we may pick it back up again, and I may see about doing more completion of the Pokédex further down the line. But I need some time away from it. We've put in a tremendous amount of it this week, and I'd like to get back to some of our retro projects. So that's what to expect on the stream for the next several streams. We're going to be playing probably all retro stuff until it's time to play the new Kirby game. So thank you for coming along on the adventure with me. Again, thank you for sticking with me when I was just sort of wandering and grinding and not accomplishing a whole lot. I really appreciate your company. Once again, I'm sorry, but we're gonna head out without a raid. Just after such a long time, I don't have the energy for it. Yeah. And again, there's really no one streaming something that I can watch that I'd like to watch without being spoiled. So we're going to take off. I really appreciate your company, my friends. Thank you for being here. Normally, I would stream on Thursday nights, but I'm probably going to take tomorrow night off to recover from these really big streams. And I would expect the next time you'll see me, it'll be Friday. If I do decide to show up tomorrow night, I'll let you know in the Discord, of course. But I would plan for our next stream to be Friday night. And it'll be one of the retro games that we've already been making progress in. I'll have to think about it and decide before Friday evening. So hopefully I'll get to have you join me then. I look forward to enjoying your company again in the near future, my friends. And until we see one another again, take care and be well.